Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Exciting day here again at Art of the Image because we got a new camera in. I always love it when we get new gear in to play with. And I've been waiting to get this guy in for a while. I know I'm probably behind the 8 ball a little bit, but we have the GX8 from Panasonic in. Along with it, I got the 35-100. Panasonic cameras are very popular right now. A lot of them are out on loan from Panasonic where I get them for review. And I do like the 35-100. I did ask for the little guy, the 12-35 f2.8, but we've got the long lens, so the 35-100. And actually, son of a gun, I had asked for the 35-100 f2.8, and I'm just realizing I've got the f4-5.6. I think I'm gonna have to put in another request because I usually am using a much higher caliber of lens to shoot with on a camera such as the GX8. In any case, at least we have the GX8 in. What I do have is my micro four thirds adapters and some very fast Nikon and other lenses that I'm going to use adapted on here until we get one of the better lenses in. Hopefully I'm on the lineup for them. I'm going to put a note in right now. GX8 battery. So I've had this open and got the battery out to charge it because I wanted to have it ready to go. The nice thing is this takes the, let me just tell you what it is, and I don't have my reading glasses on. These are the BLC 12 PPs. So these are what these are is the same battery that is in the FZ300, the same battery that is in the G7. So it's nice because I already had a spare battery. So I've got a pair, I've actually got a pair of them, I'm not sure where the other one is, of the Wasabi batteries. So I have 2 extra batteries and a charger, which if you'll recall, you get these for about $25-30. I'll put a link below, you can check out the extra batteries because they're a great deal too. But let's get into opening up the camera here because I really haven't looked at it. I just took the camera charger and battery out to get it ready. So in the box we have your paperwork. We've got a Panasonic Lumix DVD with the Silky Pics. We've got the manual and all of that there. Not of a huge amount of interest to me, although I always do recommend you read your manuals. So we had the charger and the battery there. We've got the camera strap, the Lumix G strap, which I'm always of two minds. In the studio, I don't like them on, but then when I take them out, I like to have the strap on, so I'm probably going to put it on. We've got a USB to micro USB cable there, and then we've got the goods, which are right here, the GX8, and it comes in this nice little silky package there. So I'm gonna put the cable back in here because I almost never need those. Gonna leave the strap out, and we will just put the box to the side for now. So here's the GX8 here. Now I will tell you that when I was at Panasonic, a Panasonic event the other day, which I can't tell you about, although it was very exciting, this camera was available. They actually, all of us in the media had the option to choose a camera and do some shooting. And this is the camera I chose, so I was very excited to get this in. I think this is a beautiful upgrade to the GX7, which I liked very much. Mostly, one of the huge things for me is the fact that it has this fully movable LCD. So you can look down, you can do all your things like that. As far as the functionality of the LCD, it just allows you to do selfies, it allows you to shoot elevated, it allows you to shoot from a low spot without having to lie on the ground or do as much squatting. Very, very nice camera. The build quality on this is really nice. Very nice little camera. So this has the new Panasonic 20 megapixel micro four thirds sensor in here. Lots of other goodies too. Dual IS, that's what a lot of people love in the GX8 is the dual IS system, so the dual image stabilization. It's got the depth, what do they call that? The DOD, depth from defocus control, so it's very, very good, very fast autofocus system, which I believe it originally inherits from the GH4, which has had advancements in that in firmware updates. What else do we have? We got the 2.36 million dot viewer. We've got a weatherproof magnesium body, very nice the tactile feel of this is very nice fit and finish. I like all the dials. It's newer dial controls, but I like the placement on them. The fit and finish, the tactile, everything feels great about this. I even like the size is probably a little larger than the GX7, but I like the feel of it in my hand. So far, probably almost better than any Panasonic camera I've shot with. I really liked my G7, but for fit and feel in the hand, I like the size, weight, and the feel of this. It's a very nice, this is a rangefinder-esque camera. Panasonic makes some that are similar to a rangefinder. Panasonic makes some that are like mini DSLRs, like my G7 and the GH4, but this is more rangefinder-esque. So I just really like the camera. Let's pop the battery in, just making sure I'm putting it in right here. So the battery, there's the battery in there. The battery goes in the grip down here. You can see there. Memory card goes in there. I gotta throw one of those in. I gotta grab one off the desk before we start shooting with it. But we won't be doing that right this second. So let's get the lens out. And we will, we've got the hood and the lens. And I'm going to pop this on over here. And we will put that over there. Put the little hood on. I always like to put my hoods on because it protects the lens without having to put filters on. Because I'm not a filter fan. I think filters detract from your glass. So I don't use them, don't like them. That's not to say people are wrong that do. It's just my opinion. Okay, so there's the GX8 with the little 35 to 100 on it. So pretty small lens. It almost looks undersized for the GX8. Actually, the size of the lens, not the build quality of it, but the size of it reminds me of my 42.5mm f1.7. So that's the GX8 in a nutshell. We've got the movable screen. Can't point that out enough that I love that. And that's a touch screen too. So far, very favorable initial impressions. And actually, as I said, I've shot with this probably for an hour or so at the Panasonic event I was at recently. So I do have some experience with it, and I do really like the camera. So my initial impressions so far are very favorable. That said, I actually still haven't reviewed the footage or the pictures that I took there because I can release those to you guys. So we'll have to get that video up as well. But that's the GX8 right here. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. We'll be back soon with my review, my ongoing review and updates for you. We will also let you know how it works with the adapters and the Nikon lenses I'm going to use on here. I got my fast Nikon 50mm f1.4. The other thing to tell you is or to ask you is if you guys have any feedback with the GX8, leave in the comments below. Let's discuss the GX8 a little bit. If you have any questions about the GX8, leave those in the comments below. If I can't get them answered for you, I will get them answered from Panasonic for you. And thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.